Hi, I'm Jennifer Amaya, Professor of Music Industry and Technology and the Center Coordinator for the Fine and Performing Arts at Riverside City College. And I'd like to welcome you to our online Fine and Performing Arts Engagement Center. If you are a Fine and Performing Arts student, meaning your major area of study is in art, dance, music, or theater, then you should be automatically enrolled into our FPA online center within Canvas. Our engagement center should show up on your Canvas dashboard just like your enrolled classes do, except this isn't a class, it's more like a major resource and networking hub for everyone and everything having to do with fine and performing arts at RCC. Let me take you on a quick tour to show you around the center with hopes that you'll enjoy and utilize this space as much as possible during your time here at RCC. First, when you log into Canvas, the FPA Engagement Center shell should show up automatically, just like your enrolled classes do. If you are for sure an FPA student and you don't see the FPA Engagement Center on Canvas, then you should reach out to us so that we can find out why you aren't enrolled into it, which likely has something to do with your chosen major of study. And then we can help ensure you have the proper program of study on file, the proper success team assigned to you, and we can get you enrolled so that you have access to this wonderful resource. If you need help with this, please reach out to us at fpa.engagement@rcc.edu. If you are assigned to a different major in a different division on campus, then you should see a different engagement center shell on Canvas, which will contain resources that are more appropriate for your major program of study. But if you believe you should be an FPA, or even if you just want to be, we're happy to have you and we can get you enrolled if you reach out to us. Now, if you do see our FPA Engagement Center shell, you can click on it to enter into it. Now I'm going to go into student mode so that what you see on my screen is what you should see on your screen. Our welcome, our home screen, has a lot of information on it, so I recommend that you spend at least a few minutes taking a look, scrolling down, and reading through the information provided here. Take note that this is, again, not a class, it is a resource for you. And also that the most helpful part of this shell is probably in the modules area, which we'll visit in just a little bit. But scrolling down on our home screen, you'll see that we have provided you with your success team information and contact info for people like your ed advisor, Rosalina Hernandez, who can honestly help you with just about anything having to do with the college, your major, campus resources, and more. She is your student liaison. Next, we have info about your FPA counselor, Mike Barnes, and this includes links so that you can make appointments with these team members as well. There is also a list of your student peer mentors. These are students just like you who are specially trained and available to help you navigate college from the student perspective, and I'll have more on that in just a moment. Also, as an FPA student, you should have a faculty advisor. These are somewhat casual roles that all of our full-time faculty in fine and performing arts volunteer to step into with our students. And we'll have modules for each area of FPA within the shell and information about who your faculty advisors are. That'll be in that module. More on that later. There's information about me here as well on the home screen, and you're absolutely welcome to reach out to me anytime. However, I am more of a liaison between administration and faculty, and I maintain our center and online presence more so than working directly with students. But I can get you to the proper resource if you're having trouble. We also have some social media accounts for fine and performing arts at RCC that I welcome you to join us on. We have an Eventbrite that you may occasionally see some events scheduled on, and I'll have more for you about the Canvas events and calendar, a super resource in just a bit. And finally, we have Engagement Center drop-in hours during our regular semesters where you can join either our ed advisor or our peer mentors on the spot to get immediate help. And you can also set up appointments with peer mentors at the bottom here via Cranium Cafe. So as you can see, there is an abundance of resources just right here on our homepage for you, should you need any help at all navigating college during your time here at RCC. But there's more. We've now got an announcements area, so as long as you have Canvas set up to send you emails when things are announced, we'll be able to keep in touch with you directly about things like scholarships, FPA events, special schedules, campus workshops, and more. In the modules area, we have tons of resources for you. This truly is a one-stop place for you to find virtually every up-to-date piece of information from every campus resource there is. If you jump into campus resources for students A through Z into this module here, you'll see pages of resources here. And every time I get an update from any of them in my own email, I update that information here on that resources page for you. So you no longer have to worry about reading every single email from every single campus resource that comes your way in your inbox. Instead, you can simply wait until you need that resource and then jump in here, quickly find it, and have all of the most up-to-date information readily available to you. Now, I won't point out everything on the modules page, so take a moment to browse through it yourselves. But there is a module for workshops and events. There aren't any in there right now because it's winter term. There's a module for transfer information, financial aid and scholarship information, COVID updates and grading options and deadlines, and probably most important or helpful here, the RCC registration, ad drop dates, holidays, and graduation information and deadlines are all in here for you. Now, lower down, and this is still under construction. It's not complete. It will be soon. I'm working on it. We're going to have modules for each area of emphasis or each department in FPA. So art, music, dance, and theater will each have a module. I'm working on it. And within those modules is where you'll find information about your major, your program, your degree information, and your faculty advisors. Now, finally, by adding all of these dates and deadlines and events into this Canvas shell as ungraded assignments, which you can actually see on the assignments page as well if you'd like to. But don't worry, they're not assignments that you have to complete. They're just placeholders so that I can get these events onto your main Canvas calendar, which is, again, a super resource that I'll show you in just a moment. There's also an open discussion forum for you, for the students, so that you can start collaborating with other FPA students. So feel free to use the discussions as much as you'd like. We just ask that you keep it friendly and clean and follow the rules of conduct as outlined by our FPA Dean, John Adkins. There's also a chat area, and I will do my best to keep up with that as well. Now, let's go back to our Canvas navigation bar on the left of the screen and click on the big calendar button. If you're unaware of this feature in Canvas, it might change your life forever in Canvas during your time here at RCC. Now, I'm going to jump out of student view so that we can see my calendar. It has a little bit more in it. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen that you're able to engage any of your active classes and our engagement center into your main Canvas calendar. You just have to click the box next to the class or next to the engagement center to color code it. If it's gray, it's not showing up. If it has color, then it will be showing up. So you can see here that my Music 101 class for winter is purple, and so it's showing up inside of my calendar. Now, it's winter break right now. There isn't much on my calendar, but if I go to February, you can see I have a winter course, Music 101, color-coded purple, as well as our engagement center color-coded orange, and all of the events, assignments, or anything that has a due date assigned to it within any of your classes or shells that are engaged in the calendar will show up in this calendar for you, nice and color-coded. When it comes to the engagement center calendar, this means that all of those campus deadlines, ad drop, holidays, registration dates, special events, and more will all show up in your Canvas calendar as long as you have it turned on. I don't know about you, but when I introduced this to my music students, they were very happy to have this resource right within Canvas, and I hope you all find it extremely valuable as well. And that's enough for now. This is brand new. It's a work in progress. And if there's anything you think we should include in our online engagement center, anything at all from the student perspective that would be helpful for your success, please reach out to me at fpa.engagement@rcc.edu and let me know. I hope you take time to utilize this incredible resource and find it helpful as you navigate college. If there's anything we can do for you, please reach out to us, to myself, your ed advisor, your counselor, your peer mentors. We are all here to help you and want you to be successful at RCC.